Hey, how's it going, everybody? In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the new Season 5 hero, Naddaha. Before we get to this video, if you haven't checked out Gemstone Legends yet, come check it out. There are, no joke, thousands of players from Empires and Puzzles that have come over already, and for good reason. Simply put, it's a really fun game with some big advantages over Empires and Puzzles. We both know that the players that join these games earliest are some of the most dominant players. And this game is starting to really take off, so the longer you wait, the more you miss out on. Not only can you support the channel by using the download link in the description of this video, or by scanning the QR code on your screen, but doing so will also give you a free $50 starter bonus with an epic hero, gems, and gold coins, all for free, just by using the link or QR code provided. And then when you start, you'll gain access to beginner events exclusively for players who use the link or QR code provided that will give you another strong epic hero, a set of 5-star legendary equipment, and a platinum scroll for another guaranteed epic or legendary hero. Lastly, I have created a bunch of videos in a Gemstone Legends playlist on my YouTube channel to make learning this game as easy and fun as possible. So hit that download link in the description and get started with one of the most fun and deep Match 3 RPGs. There's a great community in Gemstone Legends, it has some huge advantages over Empires and Puzzles, and overall I think you guys are really going to like it. This was the most desired, I think, by most people of the 5 new 5-star heroes in this premiere of the Season 5 portal, and let's take a look at why that might be. So we have Limit Break and plus 20 emblems, full attack path here, so you can see the peak of these stats from an attack perspective. Deals 305% damage to the target and nearby enemies, so a little bit below what we're seeing for hit 3 these days. However, the attack stat is quite high, so I want to demonstrate what 305% damage looks like with an attack stat of over 1,000, because we've seen up to 390% damage to 3 on an average speed hero, but with a somewhat lower attack stat. So anyways, I just want to show what that looks like, because as you lower the percentage but raise the attack stat, you can kind of make up for some of that lost percentage. The next thing that is really cool is the target and nearby enemies are immune to new status effect buffs for 3 turns and receive 200 damage for each attempted buff. So we've seen these this buff blocking ailment before, but never a punishment for attempting to use it. And I just thought that was really cool, especially at fast speed. So we're going to show what this, I'm not going to take a buff heavy team just to do it. I'm going to show what it looks like if you bring, what for me is an average red team into this battle. And it does have a few buffs, and we will see just kind of how this transpires. Obviously, we know what 200 damage looks like, but I just want to show it in the context of a normal battle to see how much does it matter, how does it fit in with a normal attack. So another important part of these new Season 5 heroes that cannot be underrepresented is the family bonus and the passive. So the family bonus, I believe she's the only Season 5 hero on this team. So we have a 10% chance to cast minus 24% defense for 2 turns and 98 water damage over 2 turns. So we'll check what this water damage is when we get into battle, because the troops should raise this up even higher. I'm going to guess it'll be around 160, 170. So that's even more damage output, because that is, it's only a 10% chance, but that is to all, is that to all heroes? On an enemy, so that's just to 1. That deals special skill damage, so just trying to kill her means that you could be putting yourself in harm's way, which is an interesting thing psychologically. It also means that I would not run her on one of the wings in a reverse formation, because I'm stacking tiles against her. And so that makes her kind of easier to kill. I think you want to tuck her away a little bit, so you have to target her with special skills, and there's a chance of triggering this effect. Additionally, upon using the special skill, there's a 50% chance to deal 70% damage to all enemies, which is maybe a little bit over 100, and dispels the latest dispellable buff from all enemies. So 50% chance to dispel one buff from all. So a lot of stuff packed in at fast speed. Let's see what it looks like. Maybe I'll go green, actually, because I don't want to accidentally kill her since we're trying to demonstrate her. So let's go green here and try to take out Morel and see what this looks like. So, yeah. Well, it's going to be a struggle. Got kind of a slow board here. Oh, look at that. The many move diamond. All right, here she goes, 305%. Wow, that was a lot of damage. Over 600 is much more than I expected. And now if I use the diamond, we might just be able to... Nope. Inari's dead. I didn't see how much extra it was. It looked like it was maybe like 60 maybe. Ooh, damn. So... we're in trouble here. I'm going to try to kill Elizabeth, who withstood, and Kingston died. Why? Oh, because he gave himself an element link. That's really interesting. So she's biased against Heroes of the Month. So then, for example, there's health block. Let's see what... I don't think this will set off Elizabeth. So this will dispel everything first. So it is dispellable, which is interesting. But now I've got a completely dead board here. And she's about to fire again. So we'll see if she dispels the latest dispellable buff. I don't know how they determine which is the latest, if they're all fired at the same time. So defense down now. Oh! 1100. Wow. Insane. 1100. With defense down, obviously she procced Jinx. So that contributed significantly to the damage with defense down, but like, holy shit. All right, so we're not going to survive long enough to show her firing one more time, but we will for sure rematch this team and see if we can get a little bit of a better start. So this is going to be a kill shot right here with defense down for sure. Wow. Super good damage. I like this hero a lot. Okay, wow. It'll be interesting to see if we can get dodge going. Oh, that classic. You can have 2 of your matches, but we're not going to give you the 3rd. Shit. Yeah, I'm playing kind of fast, but I don't have many options. Damn. And this is going to kill them because it doesn't dispel first. Oh, okay, so it offset. And if you notice, that's just a clean 200 damage. It doesn't factor in defense stat or anything like that. Oh, let's see if we can trigger this passive. 10% chance, pretty small. God, this board is really screwing me. I made this team recently, and lately it's not been performing very well. I don't know what's up with this game, if they play around with the randomness of the boards or not. Again, we won't get to see her hit, so let's try this one more time. Let me try a little bit stronger of a team. We're running the risk of taking her out accidentally, but I think we need to increase our power here because this team is performing quite well. So there's very few cleansers that actually cleanse before they hit, which is an important distinction because just by healing, you're liable to take damage. So the time when you really can't afford to take damage, you could be taking damage. All right, so that 70% is hitting about 50 or 60. It's kind of like the Underwild gems spawning on the board, which deal approximately 50 damage, though it happens a little bit earlier in the cycle. So the gems, I think, or maybe I'm misremembering, but I think the gems happen at the end of the turn, whereas this seems to happen at, during the damage dealing phase. All right, so we've got a little bit of a shot here. So if I use Garnet, probably the whole heal is going to be offset. Oh, I love the special skills that really mess with you psychologically, where you're like, can I risk healing? Like, to make you think twice about healing because so many healers have secondary abilities. Leidenbrock being the only cleanse first healer that I can think of. There might be one, maybe two others, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, I know for a fact it's definitely in the minority. All right, so they all take some damage there, and it's still a problem. So, all right, let's hit just over here. Maybe it doesn't kill both. All right, no passive to trigger. So we did finally win on the third try. This is the team that I would have used to begin with, so, maybe I diminished my odds by approaching it in the way that I did, but, that was for demonstration purposes. However, this highlighted everything I wanted to show and more, except I forgot to look at the passive water damage to see how much the troops are scaling that up, but I'm expecting it to be about 150. I would say no more than 175, which is going to be 75 to 85 per turn, somewhere around there, which is not insignificant. All these little things add up. The extra 60 damage here, her attack stat yielding very high damage with the way she's hitting, making you think twice about healing or really be careful. Really have to be careful with who you bring into battle. So very, very cool hero. Glad to be sharing this after the portal closes because I think no hero is worth a chase, and I feel bad posting these kinds of videos when the portal is still active because I know there are people that watch it and go, I really want this hero, I'm going to try again. And I don't advise it. So that is your look at El Naddaha. Let me know your thoughts on her in the comments down below. I'm very curious what you guys think of the full package here, the new ability, the passive, the family bonus, the damage, 305 being lower than we've seen, and those numbers being quite high, especially with that wizard talent. One thing I don't know that would have been cool to see is when that passive, not the family bonus, but when the passive does trigger, does that dispel happen before the damage is dealt, or does it happen after? The only way to demonstrate that is to the only way to show that is to catch it happening in battle, which we weren't able to do unless I missed it, in which case do let me know in the comments down below if you saw that and know what happened. But yeah, for her to be a wizard and to be so centered around buffs is a type of synergy that I really like to see, where she can dispel, she can block, and she can deal extra damage for buffs that are present. So just be interesting to know two things. One, whether the dispel happens before the damage or after, and what they consider to be the latest buff. If a hero is putting 3 down, how do you know which is the latest? So if you happen to know any of this stuff, please add that to the comments and make this an even better resource for those seeking information on this hero. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you enjoyed the content of this testing video. It really helps out the channel. I wouldn't mention it if it didn't matter, so thank you guys so much for doing that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.